Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to come and talk about love and hip hop. Okay, love and hip hop Huntsville, because that's where we're going with it. All right, y'all. This episode was cute or whatever. I got a lot to say. Okay, let's start out with Miss Destiny in this public storage unit, girl. I'm not the one to listen. Listen, I sit on this couch and I do what I can do with what I got. You know what I'm saying, girl? I ain't got no big studio. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no lights, camera action, and lights everywhere, girl. I be over here struggling with this ring light. Y'all already know, you know. So sometimes a boy gotta do what a boy gotta do, a girl gotta do what a girl gotta do. You gotta make it work how it can work, you know. So I'm not mad at Destiny in that public storage unit. She said it looked like a public storage, but it's not. Girl, that's a storage unit. That's a, girl. As far as I'm concerned, girl, that's a 10 by 10. Okay. I said, girl, she gonna pass out. Girl, ain't no windows. Girl, I said, girl, she gonna pass. She said she that's her work area. So when she started making them candles and whatnot, um, she said that that's her work area. It's I said, girl, you gonna pass out because I don't see no windows. You gonna be there stirring. You gonna be there stirring stuff up. And girl, mixing stuff up, girl, like you in somebody's science lab, and girl, you gonna pass out, sister. You need some windows or something. um, but I get it. At first I was like, girl, you could have did that at your house. No shade, girl. You could have been a little mixologist at your house to be making your candles and whatnot. Um, but I guess it is a difference. It is a difference for some people to have some type of operation running out of their home versus having like a space that's dedicated to their work. I'm not mad at it, but like I said, girl, when I first saw Destiny walking through that hallway, and I think she knew what it looked like. Now they showed some pictures of, I guess, the building, but where it looked like she was at, it looked like a public storage unit. That's what it looked like to me. Girl, that's never they're paying $79.99 a month for a public storage unit. I don't care what she say. I guarantee you, if we look up that address, it's gonna say public storage. Huntsville, Alabama. Okay, 759 Highway 90. I don't know. I just made a street name. Shout out to Destiny. Destiny, girl. She Destiny. You quietly touched on your arrest. Did y'all hear she was talking to Martell? Who was this microphone on? Okay. She was talking to Martell, and she talked about her arrest, but she only talked about it for like 5 seconds. Was she out here right? Girl, did she have checks bouncing all around Huntsville, Alabama? Girl, I can't remember. I really don't keep up with the girls and boys like that outside of the show, unless it makes like if it makes the blogs, then we may touch on it. Um, but I think she was right. I think she was. I think she was bouncing checks. It was something like that, right? Writing hot checks or something. And then she turned herself in. But I think she turned herself in twice, right? Girl. But yeah, she only she it was a quick touch on it, and then they went on talking about some Maurice. Um Martell says he wasn't found guilty. Girl, the reports say otherwise. You can't really you can half believe stuff that come out of Martell. When Martell say stuff, you gotta you gotta sit there and think about it for about 3 days. Because you don't know if he's telling the truth or telling a lie. Hello? He said he wasn't found guilty of harassment communications. What was the I forgot the correct. I think it was DV harassment communication. He wasn't found. He said he wasn't found guilty. Okay, that's not what was being reported. He said it's fake news. Is it? Oh. Um he's upset that Marceau spoke about him. And let me say something. Let's clean this interview stuff up. That's what I want to tap on right now. Let's tap on the interview mess. Last week, I said I was Team Melody and the whole interview stuff. Don't talk about me in interviews. Because, Melody felt some type of way about Nail, whatever her name is, talking about her in the interview. Nell called her stubborn and I think hard headed, and she didn't like that. I have been very vocal about I feel like it would be hard to be Melody's friend. If you say something that she deems as negative, girl, she cutting you off right then and there. Like you can't be like it will be hard to you can't be honest with her. You know what I'm saying? Like if you said, girl, you are a little stubborn sometimes. You are a little hard headed. I could see her like, And I was like, I got where Melody was coming from. I was like, girl, don't talk about me in no interviews. And then it was a cousin. Shout out to the cousin. I forgot. I was going to take a screenshot so I could say your name, but I forgot to. But one of the cousins was like, that's not even realistic to do interviews when you're on a show. You're going to talk about other cast members. I said, girl, that is so true. Let me just say something. It is not, now I'm repeating what she said, or he said, or they said. It is not realistic for anybody on reality TV to do these interviews, whether it's with a YouTuber, whether it's with a Shade Room, Access Hollywood, E! News, girl, Entertainment Tonight, MTV News, girl, Carlos King. It doesn't matter how big or small the platform is. If you're on a reality show, an ensemble cast, 99.999% of the time, girl, 100% of the time, they're going to ask about what's going on with your castmates. That's just what it is. Now, how you answer it is up to you, but they're going to ask. And we have to be honest. If Melody is calling herself the queen of the show, if the Melometers are calling Melody the queen of the show, then how can you have the title of the queen of the show and think that you won't be discussed in interviews? It just does not make sense. And let's just call a thing a thing. For a very long time, Melody and Martell were the draw for the show with their drama. It would be hard to go into an interview. Even now, with Melody and Martell still being on the show, it's hard to go into an interview and not discuss the other cast members. Everybody does it. Whether it's the girls on Real Housewives of Atlanta, they just had Bravo Fest last weekend in Miami. You don't think that they were on the red carpet talking about other cast members? Yes. Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to ask you, so how do you feel about Dorit and PK getting a divorce? How do you feel about Kenya Moore and the scandal over on Real Housewives of Atlanta? How do you feel about so and so and so and so? It's just going to happen as a part of the game. So this thing about going into interviews and thinking that you won't be discussed, that's not living in reality. It's not at all. And I don't care who it is, whether it's Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. You will be discussed in interviews. Again, it's up to you how you just choose to answer it, but you will be brought up. And that's just what it is. Okay. Martell is upset that Marceau spoke about him in an interview about the whole RP, DV, whatever it was, whatever Martell did. Marceau, y'all already know. Y'all know, girl, y'all know Marceau about the only nigga, okay, that I love and hate at the same time. He about the only one who got a little soft spot right here in my heart. Girl, you know what I'm saying? Girl, one minute I can't stand his ass, and the next minute I be giggling at Marceau. Girl, but Marceau, this is low key your fault. Even my faves. Marceau low-key one of my faves. Girl, he is. Girl, that nigga ain't shit. But girl, Marceau low-key one of my faves. But girl, even my faves can get it. We gotta be honest, Marceau. We gotta be honest. You are the reason why this shit is going on, and I'm explaining to y'all why. We'll get it. We're gonna get into it. Kimmy and Mel, baby. Girl, I cannot wait to Kimmy. I have been waiting on the Kimmy and Mel showdown because I don't think that it's going to be a good showdown. because Melody does have a way with words, and Kimmy is not someone. Kimmy is a woman who stands on big business. Okay. One thing I will give Kimmy, Kim is probably one of the best communicators I have seen on reality TV, period. Kimmy, when she speaks, she doesn't leave any room for interpretation. If you don't get it when Kimmy finishes speaking, you just probably slow. Okay? Because she's very precise to the point, and this is it's in exact. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be a good little showdown. I've been waiting for this showdown for a minute. I knew it was gonna happen. So Kimmy and Mel meet up. She says that Destiny, Mel says that Destiny apologized just to turn around and throw jabs in interviews. You know, when they went to that trip, and then when they got back home, Destiny started doing interviews. And so Kimmy asks, "What did she say?" Girl, I'm sorry, y'all. Girl, Melaminas, please don't get mad at me. Please, please. I love y'all. I don't want no smoke, girl, because I know how y'all get sometimes over Queen Melody. Please don't be mad at me. But girl, this is what I be talking about when I say that Melody low-key full of shit. Kimmy asks her, "What did Destiny say?" And this is what Melody said. She's insinuating that I'm a bad friend, not being true to who I am. Girl, that's... Melody said that Destiny, in her interviews, she's insinuating that she's a bad friend and not being true to who she is. Destiny says, whatever I said, it could be shade to her, but was it a lie? Was it the truth? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Melody just wants people to go around and just be like, "Oh, girl, she's the best. She's the best. She's the best producer. She's the best castmate. She's gorgeous. She's the mother of the year. She's everything that a woman should be." Right? And if you tell the truth and it comes across as as negative, then we have an issue. Because you saying that she insinuated that you're a bad friend and not being true, is that really taking jabs at you? Or am I doing an interview and just telling the truth? Now, how she said it, I guess that would determine a lot too. I would want to hear how Destiny said it. That would make that would help me understand why Melody feels the type of way why she feels the way that she feels. If Destiny was really dragging her, then I would be like, okay, I get it. But if she was just telling the truth, kind of like how, to me, Nail in the interview saying, she's stubborn, she's hard headed, that wasn't dragging to me. That wasn't nothing to end the friendship over. Girl, that wasn't even nothing to really for us to have a meeting about, girl. Because quiet as it's kept, if we friends, you done probably already told me I'm hard headed sometimes and I can be a little stubborn. You know what I'm saying? If my friends told me that, I wouldn't be upset about it. I'd be like, okay, girl, whatever. Girl, now that I'm showing you how hard headed and stubborn I can be, girl, whatever, I don't care. um, she said it's giving Tisha energy. And then Kimmy says, but you and Tisha are good, right? Because why would you say that? If you and Tisha are trying to move to a better place, then why would you now we're going backwards. You see what I'm saying? Now we're going backwards, okay? Um Melody trying to get the tea from Kimmy. Girl, this is a thing. Girl, they all fake on this show. Ain't none of these people friends. Um they don't deal with each other outside of the show. It is what it is. Excuse me. It is what it is. But for Melody to go from last week to talking to her friend Shanetta and dragging Maurice to now sitting in Kimmy's face, his wife, trying to act like she's concerned when you were just dragging him in the gymnasium just the previous episode. Fast forward to the next week, now you're in Kimmy's face, his wife, trying to find out the tea like you're concerned. When the fact of the matter is, you don't even care for Maurice. Hello? Kimmy is too smart to fall for some stuff like that. This is a thing, and I have to be honest, y'all. I thought about this and I was like, okay, I get it now. Sometimes this is what it comes down to. Whether it's Karen Huger on Potomac, whether it's Maurice, whether it's Shannon from, Orange County, if there is some type of open investigation, some criminal lawsuit, girl, it would be dumb for them to get on TV and talk about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think we do expect. I think for me, I'll just speak for me. At one point, I was like, girl, because in my head, I'm like, you're on reality TV, talk about it. Yeah, they're on reality TV, but girl, at some point, it's like, girl, you would be a fool to get on TV talking about a criminal situation. Now, I guess, Melody, I guess if you are in Melody's situation where somebody has done you wrong, then I guess you can go for what you know. Girl, I don't know. But I get it. Maurice would be a fool to get on TV talking and he just got arrested. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the cameras were up like probably a few days later. I don't know, child. After he got arrested in real life, but also it shows how irresponsible that Maurice. Did I say Marceau? I mean Maurice. It goes to show how irresponsible Maurice is. Because, girl, they say the next day, girl, he was down to the black girl partying, having a good time. And it sounded like it was a true. Melody said that last week. Like I said, I don't know because I don't follow any of them outside of the show. Um, but girl, Tisha said that they were just joking when they were saying free Maurice. Girl, that's a little ignorant and a little irresponsible. I get it. This is the thing. We all say ignorant shit. Girl, y'all know I say ignorant shit all the time. But I also, believe it or not, girl, a lot of the shit that I be wanting to say, girl, I don't say it on the internet. Girl, I might say it to my sisters. Okay? Now I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, I got enough sense not to get my ass on the World Wide Web saying the shit that I really want to say. Okay. Now I'll be on the phone with my sisters kicking and laughing and dragging motherfuckers all day long, right? And talking and talking big shit, girl. And saying some of the most ignorant shit. But I just think that it's a little irresponsible for them to have their platform and after Maurice is arrested for a DUI, they kind of joke about it and be like, free Maurice, like girl. And then y'all wonder why, these drunk organizations come after y'all. Cause y'all, instead of you just not saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all treat it like it's a game. Um, but yeah. So in that aspect, it just goes to show how it's weird because again, like Maurice is this lawyer and he prides himself on being intelligent, but then they say right after you got out of jail, you was partying again and drinking again. Like it's just like at least with Karen, after I thought about it on some real shit, at least with Karen on Potomac, at least Karen ain't picked up a cocktail this season on camera. Now what she doing off camera, that's up for debate. But on camera, baby Karen is drinking water. Hello? Um Destiny and Kimmy meet up. Oh, I'm skipping. Maurice and Letitia, they meet up. They're building a home. Girl, I tell you, they the most building mother. Because I know, every time I look up, Maurice is building something and ain't finishing something. Girl, what happened to the dream? What happened to the Scott Manor, the dream house? Are they still building that, or they just gave up on it? Girl, let me shut up. Um, Tisha basically wants to introduce themselves to the neighbors. Um, because the aesthetic of the home is going to look completely different from the other homes in the neighborhood. So I guess they just want to give the neighbors a heads up of what's about to happen, or the neighborhood will start to look a little different. Um, Maurice, not Maurice, Marceau was more so. I don't feel the need to have to do that. But see, and I say, see, that's your problem, and that's exactly why y'all asses got shut down at Black that one time. Because I feel like Marceau is the type of person that doesn't want to go through the proper protocol, and then when you look up, you win some shit. Whatever Tisha is saying about giving the neighbors a heads up, sending out papers, having a meeting, a Zoom call, whatever she said, girl, just do it. So then when we get to that point, if we get to that point, we've already dotted our I's and crossed our T's, right? You want to wait till we get to that point to now try and fix the situation. And that's probably what happened to Black that day when they shut y'all asses down. Because Marceau wanted to just do what he wanted to do instead of going through the proper avenues. Hello? Um, anyways, but he said, okay, we can just do it your way. It is what it is. Tisha brings up Marceau. She brings up Martell. Let me ask y'all something on some real shit. Again, I don't keep up with these girls outside of this show like that. When did Marceau and Martell fall out like that? We're gonna get into it because we ain't got to the game day. I didn't know that Marceau and Martell didn't fool with each other like that. I thought they were cool. But based off of what this scene was giving in the end, but Marceau did tell us where it stopped for him. But I still got something for Marceau. Well, I guess he did tell us. It was the RP stuff that did it for Marceau. Girl. Martell been showing y'all who he was. That's the gag. We'll talk about it. Marceau, Letitia asked Marceau about Maurice, and he basically says that I don't need you to tell me how to be a brother to a man I've been knowing for, what he said, 45 years, 40 something years. Maurice. I mean, I got what he was. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I got what Marceau was trying to say. When I was trying to say, he said it. Marceau was basically on some. That's a grown functioning adult. He's an attorney. He said he was valedictorian. He's smart. He know his ass ain't got no business drinking and driving. If he don't know about now, girl, if you don't know me by now. Okay, if you don't know about now, then he ain't gonna never know it. I ain't gotta tell him shit. He know what's right, he know what's wrong. That's what Marceau was saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta call and tell him a motherfucking thing. He know what he need. He know what he's supposed to be doing. But I also think it's crazy because the same thing, in my honest opinion, could be said about you and Tisha. The same way that you come into Tisha's life as her husband and you think that you know more than Tisha. Somebody could tell you, you can't tell me shit. Like if Miss Wanda, I'm sorry. I know some of y'all gonna roll your eyes, but Miss Wanda could say, you can't tell me shit about Tisha. I've been knowing her for 45 years. And then Marceau will probably be like, well, I'm her husband and I'm her mama. You see what I'm saying? So we can all go down the road of, I know this person, I've been on this person X amount of years. I don't need you to tell me how to operate my relationship, or, because this person has X amount of degrees, because Tisha got degree on top of degree. And you still act like Tisha is dumb. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like Marceau he's switching it up because that's his brother. But you would not give your wife that same respect. You wouldn't be like, okay, well, Tisha's a grown-ass woman with multiple degrees. She knows what she's doing. No, you would look at Tisha like, that's my wife. I'm the husband. I'm smarter than her. Even though, girl, Tisha probably smarter than Marceau. Because she's the one who got your ass out of the red. It wasn't the other way around. Let's call a thing a thing. Anyways. Destiny and Kimmy meet up. Kimmy tells Destiny that Mel suggested that she was low-key shading her. And then Destiny's like, I mean, was it a jab or was it the truth? That's what I'm at with it. I would need to hear how Destiny said it. Was it a jab or was it the truth? And you took the truth as a jab. And how did she say the truth? Because you could be telling the truth and still be shady, right? Let me give you an example. If you're talking, if somebody is, if you're talking, I'm just giving an example. If I get up and I say, I don't know about this person. I have heard stories of them being promiscuous back in the day. I'm not sure. Maybe they were going through some things. Sometimes when things like that happen, you could have been going through some things in your life. That's one way to say it, right? And there's another way, if you get down there and you be like, girl, they say that bitch was a motherfucking hoe. Because they said that she was fucking every nigga bitch. You see what I'm saying? You both saying that you just promiscuous is a hoe, but you just said like she's a hoe bitch. Now you putting 20 on. It's the delivery. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So I want to know how Destiny said what she said. Anyways, Destiny said, "Well, call her." When Kimmy said, "You are such a bitch." Ooh, you are such a bitch. Okay, because Kimmy didn't want to call Melody, but Destiny put her on the spot because she like, "Girl, I ain't got no issue with the girl." Um, Anyways, they have the Big D Energy Day. It's basically the field day that's Destiny's hosting. I thought it was a little cringy. I'm sorry. I thought it was a little cringy. Nell, like I guess Destiny and Nell's son, they may have something going on, flirting. I don't know if it's sexual. It may just be flirting. I don't know, child. But she was just like, yeah, it was. I don't. It was just cringy how she was like referring to, I guess, her son possibly having big dick energy, and I don't know. It was just weird to me. Um, Martell walks up. He gives everybody hugs. Did y'all hear him when he said? I was thinking Tisha had on some pink tights and a pink shirt, like workout gear. It was like a crop top and like some shorts, and it was not a crop top. It was like a spaghetti strap crop top, workout gear basically, and it was pink. Did y'all hear what Martell was like? I was walking up thinking like, who the hell is that in that pink? He was trying to start some shit with Marcel. I said, girl, these girls are messy. Um, Anyways, Martell made a joke about all the people on one side of the room, not the room, but they were outside. On one side, he said everybody on this side has been to jail. And then when Nell said, it's like the pros and the cons, I thought that was actually kind of funny. Martell and Marceau. So, girl, long story short, girl, Marceau says that he's lost all respect for Martell due to the RP. They say allegedly that Martell, when he sent out those text messages to Melody, that the messages, I believe, consisted of some screenshots or videos. Basically, I guess Melody and Martell made a sex tape. And that's where the DV communication RP situation comes into play. He's saying that that didn't happen. Girl, I don't believe it. But that's what I believe what Melody said. I believe I'm with Marcel. Girl, Marcel said he don't believe that Martell telling the truth. I don't believe he's telling the truth either. Um, Carol, Marcel, this is your fault. Because this is the thing. On some real shit, Martell has been showing y'all who he is from the beginning. But see, this is a problem. A lot of y'all niggas in the group didn't care about Martell moving the way that he moved because quiet as it's kept. Him cheating on his wife, that's not no big deal because every nigga cheat on his wife. Let's just talk about it, okay? I'm not saying that's true, girl, for a lot of the girls. I'm talking about the boys. For a lot of the boys, it is true. I don't think they thought it was that big of a deal. He just cheated on his wife. You know what I'm saying? What nigga ain't got no side bitch? To this day, they still have these weird conversations about side bitches on the show. At least Martell does. That wasn't enough. Martell saying that you had 20 girlfriends or you screwed 20 different girls, however you want to word it, that wasn't enough. Marceau has walked around here saying, even after all of that, that Marceau is a good guy. That's my guy, right? You've called him your friend, and then all of a sudden, girl, 9 seasons later, now you want to cut him off. Now, some people come to whatever conclusion when they come to the conclusion. Maybe this is the point, the line in the sand that Marceau don't fool with, right? And I'm not mad at it, but what I'm saying is Martell has been showing you who he is for a very long time now. And now here we are. Now he's going after, not going after you, but now he's upset again, right? He's now about to go after Tisha. Now, let me say something. If we're going to be honest, my good eye is on Tisha. I'm going to tell you why. When Martell was talking his big shit, and he went and got that phone, and he said, Martell said, Tisha gonna stand on what she will accept in a marriage. And then Tisha was like, okay, I'm about to go. Girl, they've been arguing for 3 hours and 39 minutes. And now all of a sudden, girl, when he mentioned Tisha name, all of a sudden Tisha like, I'm about to go. Why you hopped up like that, Tisha? Why did you hop up like that? Was it what did you get nervous that Martell was about to spill some tea? I'm just saying. Did y'all hear what Martell said? I don't have a girl. I haven't had a girl in 4 or 5 years. And the first thing I thought about was Ariane. Ariane, girl, let me tell you something. When I tell you one thing that Martell ain't gonna never do is claim Ariane. I pray to God. Let me shut up. I was about to start talking about that lady. Let me do that. That lady ain't did nothing to me. Martell has been showing us who he is for a very long time. And now the girls are upset about it. But the fact of the matter is, Martell has been this person. I do believe, and this again, this is Marceau's fault. This is all y'all want to hang. Let me say something. Yes, who you hang around is important. It's one thing for you just to hang around somebody who might be a little hood, a little ghetto. That's one thing, right? It's another thing for you to hang around someone who moves like Martell, where you're just cheating on your wife. When you decide to hang out with people who move with no integrity and no morals, then girl, people are going to start to think that you are the same way. I always say Barack Obama would never hang out with a Martell Holt. Barack Obama would never hang out with a Boosie. Barack Obama would never hang out with a Kodak Black. Barack Obama would never hang out with a Stevie J. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not the type of man that Barack Obama is. Now, that's not to say that every man that Barack Obama hangs around with moves like him and this upstanding, outstanding man, but he not hanging out with the gutter of the gutter of the gutter either. He may have a friend or two who's probably cheated on their wives, right? But for the most part, he not hanging out with the trash. Does that make sense what I'm saying? He's gonna watch who he keeps in his inner circle, because that's gonna have effect on his image too. Michelle Obama ain't out here hanging with, the girls from Zeus. It is what it is. Because again, in some instances, girl, who you hang around, it really does matter. It's one thing for you to have a friend who loud and girl, she get a little buck sometimes, right? Girl, that's my friend. I've been knowing her since middle school, right? That's my sister. It's another thing for you to hang out with people who are just at the bottom, like the low of the low of the low. So, Marceau, you have decided to attach yourself with Martell and call him a good guy. Y'all go out and hang out with Martell. I don't think Martell is lying about y'all out in these streets. But the truth of the matter is, no woman has come forward except for who? Ariane. And that's really because Martell got on the show letting us know that he had a girlfriend season 1. We consider think that Marceau, Maurice, or whoever else is cheating all day long, but ain't nobody ever came forward. They've been talking about Marceau cheating on Tisha since season 1, and ain't not one bitch came forward. So at this point, it's kind of like it is what it is. Maybe you should. Girl, you mad because Martell is going to forever be mad because he cheated and he thought that he was going to be able to keep his wife and his girlfriend. Quiet as it's kept. If Martell was not on this show, Melody would still be at that house. Okay? Please believe it. Please believe it. Martell thought he was going to be able to have a girlfriend and a wife. And when they got on this show and Melody girl bust his bubble, girl, his life just ain't been the same ever since. And I do believe that was a part of the reason why him and Melody were going around, girl, trying to make sure they caught everybody else's house on fire because their house was on fire. But again, the fact of the matter is a woman has not come out and said that she has had a relationship with Marceau. So we can continue to have these conversations about Marceau's cheating on Tisha, but we really ain't got no evidence. And ain't no bitch said nothing. That's just the tea. But do I think that Marceau was out in these streets? I do. Do I think that him and all them running around with Martell that was doing the same thing? I do. Hello? Oh, I do. Hey. But see but that again, that just goes to show that Marceau, you need to watch. Y'all need to watch out who you hang out with. The same way, if it was a group of women and y'all thought that all the women were hoes, if one girl was a hoe, y'all gonna think all the girls are hoes. Birds of a feather flock together. So I'm sorry. The same thing goes for the niggas too. If Martell out here cheating and y'all all at the club together and y'all got Ariane taking y'all pictures, hell, I'm gonna believe all y'all doing dirt. That's why y'all gotta stop putting this. I'm trying to tell y'all, y'all don't know how to do shit. I keep telling y'all, leave y'all phones down. Girl, when y'all out in the streets, girls, stop picking your phones up. Put your phones in your mother pockets. Leave them in your pockets. Girl, stop putting your dirt on camera. Girl, don't nobody gotta know what you're doing and where you at. Do you hear me? Y'all don't know. Y'all gonna learn. I've been trying to tell y'all how to move, but y'all don't like to listen to me. Girl, y'all ain't gonna never know who I'm fucking. Okay. Girl, y'all ain't gonna never know. Okay? Girl, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.